I overheard someone on the tube train the other day saying, I need content for my vlog and I'm going to Edgware Road. And I looked at him and he seemed really stressed out. And I was thinking, well, I'm like the anti-content because I like the idea of perhaps having, like my camera is best when it's on the kitchen table and I'll just snap an espresso cup or something. And the idea of, I love Nan Golding's work, but when they go out there looking for content and that the subject, the audience are just going to devour. I think it's great to confront people, but at the same time, the voyeurism of that can sometimes leave me uncomfortable.
I have a big issue with a lot of nightlife photography because it becomes, purely about like the subject and the fact that the subject is dressed up or is smoking or is doing something interesting, and it loses the compositional quality. Like a lot of Nan Golding's works, I find, they're not particularly beautiful to look at. I'm like, of course, these are interesting people and these are interesting, on a political level because they're depicting these, very interesting spaces that reflect all of these different like ideals about gender and economy and kind of social spaces. But as pieces of art, I feel the qualities of beauty get kind of put behind the quality of the subject. And I get very frustrated by that.
Well, there's a kind of coffee table pornography of like, oh, look at this person, isn't it horrific? And we're aestheticizing someone's trauma. But I know she was, I don't want to turn this into like let's take down Nan Golding, but I do love her work.
Of course, no, I do too, and I love the show.
but personally, I just because I've had friends myself. Like, when I was doing chemotherapy, I wasn't going to do a series of portraits
about the cancer.
Why would I want to do that? I was looking out the window most of the time, and that was what I'd want to focus on, not my own trauma.
No, and like fetishize is a very good word for it because it is this kind of like, oh, look, it's a gay person. Oh, look, it's a naked person. And it's kind of like...
Yeah. I went to the Lucian Freud drawing show at the National, and the most exquisite work was his early drawings. The later work for me didn't interest me so much because it was very much the skin as paint.
Yes.
And it felt very theatrical personally. But the early drawings were just so exquisitely rendered and very tender. Very intriguing show.
Yeah, it's it's like that element of craft, I think, is very important and is maybe sometimes a little bit lost behind like political messaging now. Do you feel like your own approach to craft has changed? Like on a kind of, I guess, technical level, have you experimented with different ways of mixing paints or anything? Or do you get that in the bag?
Well, that period of when I was doing more process-based abstraction with brooms and turpentine. That was painting on the floor, but I think I was imitating the people that I loved and who were very good at doing that. And but at the same time, I was doing what I do now. I've always done that, but I was kind of moonlighting as an abstract painter.
Just stepping into the shoes for a bit, see what it's like.
Yeah, well. There were some people in my life at the time who were kind of trying to nudge me into this direction because they felt it was a truthful expression of myself.
Ah, interesting.
But then I realized, well, that's their opinion of who I am, whereas I had to trust my own. And sometimes with a whisper, you can say more than someone screaming. And
no, I think that's very true. Do you have any advice to maybe artists that are in that position right now where they're kind of being pushed and pulled in different directions and they're not quite sure?
Well, always trust your instinct because that's the one thing that's going to guide you. And because the thing I found most interesting when leaving art school is suddenly the seminar was gone, your tutors weren't there, your peers weren't around, so you were literally on your own. And you had to, your only guide was your gut feeling about whether you felt something would work visually or not.
Yeah, and this has not changed at all. This is the most common thing I hear from recent art grads is there's very little guidance after art school.
Well, you have that. You have social media. That's
true.
You have this audience, whereas back in my day, you didn't have.
In the good old days.
My first studio was £10 a week, Minute Road, down Loughborough Junction. And it was a fucking, there was no lock on the door because I remember my neighbor saying, "Oh, don't bother locking, it gets broken into every night." I was like, what? Clutching my pearls. And then it did get broken into, and they trashed the space but left my paintings, and I felt honored.
Interesting, yeah, it's like they respect the artwork.
But, if you can get through that, then you can get through anything.